If you want to get really good vocal recordings, as a producer, it's really important to know what to look out for when you're making that vocal recording, particularly if you're working with singers who are maybe a little bit more inexperienced than others. Often you may meet singers who perform well live, but when it comes to recording, it's a completely different atmosphere. There's no foldback speakers, there's no crowd, there's no loudness to hide maybe a vocal that's not so great. When you're recording vocals, it's important to know what to look out for. And one of the most important things to monitor and to perhaps teach to a vocalist who is a little bit more inexperienced is the difference between volume and pitch. Now, when you're recording somebody's vocal, ideally you want the volume of their voice to be at a constant kind of level. It won't always be exactly the right level, but you want it to be very, very constant. You don't want them jumping up and down in volume when you're trying to record a track. A good singer is able to separate volume from pitch. Some inexperienced singers, when they're singing, if they have to sing a particularly high note, will make that note much louder than everything else. So you end up with something that goes really loud on high notes and maybe really soft on other notes, and you're left with an audio file that just looks like this, which is not really workable at all. You want an audio file that kind of looks much more subtle differences between the highs and the lows. So you need your singer, when they're singing lower notes, to be almost as loud or just as loud as when they're singing higher notes. And you want to try to get that waveform as you're looking at it to be a much more even kind of thing. It's like a vocalist's natural compression. It's an important thing to look out for. And if you can, it's an important thing to teach to vocalists that you're working with, particularly if they're inexperienced. So that's it for this tip. If you like it, subscribe, keep making music, and I'll see you next time.
Beast mode.